beautiful astrology soulmates, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for the week of December 14th, where this is not only a new moon week, but it is a new moon solar eclipse week, and we're going to see essence of what we experienced in June with the full moon that happened in Sagittarius coming forward now to this solar eclipse. So we had a lunar eclipse, now we're going to have a solar eclipse happening right here in the energy of Sagittarius. So it's kind of looking at kind of the full cycle that's come around. So we'll explore that in just a minute. But before we jump into the rest of what's going on this week, we have also got beautiful friends coming over for the eat and greets. Ali Gully will be here, and we are actually going to discuss the upcoming moons that are happening in January. So if you've already listened to your January 2021 horoscope, but you want a little bit more in depth on those moons, this is the eat and greet for you. Also, at the end of the week, Peter Burns will be coming to us from Down Under, and we'll be talking about astrology and palm reading and how those go together and how he has crafted his own practice with them. So I really can't wait to share those with you. Remember, you can always watch the eat and greets here on YouTube absolutely live. You can watch the replay, and you can also watch them ad-free on Patreon. The link to join me on Patreon is down below, and of course, patrons are also getting additional content that is not available here on YouTube. So come and join us. Now, also this weekend, astrology learning being summit time. We have got December 18th, 19th, and 20th. So just running through this weekend. Aquarius Rising Reimagined. It's this beautiful summit where we're going to talk about how do you live? How do you work? What do you do? How do you adapt? How do you harmonize in this new air energy? Let's reimagine it so that you can use the energies for your best and also let things unfold with your full participation. So I would love to see you there and be a part of that summit. $97 for the weekend, and you can get all of the details. Get signed up. Come join me and a bunch of other astrologers over the weekend in the description box down below. All right, let's talk about this week. So getting in, Monday is powerful. The 14th is powerful. So we've got the new moon solar eclipse happening at 23 degrees of Sagittarius. And like I said, if we think back to June, we had a lunar eclipse that happened in Sagittarius. So we've already seen a little bit of shift to the Sagittarian energy. Not to mention, we've got the nodes going through the energies of Gemini and Sagittarius as well. So there's been things in the works. We've seen things, and now under this light of a new moon, we're going to get a fresh beginning to them, or at least a fresh perspective. Now, also on the same day, we've got Venus in a sextile to Jupiter. So Venus is over here in Scorpio. Jupiter is still here, obviously, in the energy of Capricorn, and they are meeting up at 29 degrees. 29 degrees we know is an important degree, but their sextile, paired with the fact that Mercury is also going to trine Mars, and they are going to coincide and collide and put energy into this eclipse as well. Mars is going to trine the sun, the moon, Mercury. Venus has got that sextile even just tomorrow with the energy of Saturn. Then we've got Jupiter in the mix over here. Jupiter is still relatively close to Pluto after the Jupiter-Pluto situation that happened back in November, and now they're still kind of close to each other. So there's a lot of mix happening in this energy on Monday that is so divine. Now, as they come together, typically I would tell you at the new moon solar eclipse, because it is still the new moon for the month, to begin something new. And something new will be begun for you under this energy. You don't necessarily have to force it. And in fact, this is not the day. This is in fact not the week. I would tell you to just jump out in full forcement and start something new. It's actually like these energies are so good and they're so positive and they favor new beginnings, but it's also an eclipse. This is a shake up to the week. So if you can wait to sign those big contracts, make that huge leap until next week, I feel like that energy is a little bit more grounded, but still, you know, Mars and Mercury dancing together this week, I think is actually really good to do things in short bursts of energy, right? If it's not something long-term that you have to make a huge commitment to and you can take care of it right there, handle that. Do you want to take a trip? Do you want to produce a small amount of content? Something like that in a short blast, I think is good this week. Just try and save the big stuff to next week if you can. Now, when we get to the 15th, we do see that Venus and Saturn sextile, and when the planets have sex, that's good for us. And this energy here between Scorpio and Capricorn, 29 degrees, is delicious for commitment. This is delicious for commitment. This is, I decide here. I feel like, yes, I am ready to go all in. Venus also just hours after that is going to enter into the energy of Sagittarius. It's very expansive. I feel called to distant lands, or I feel called to a brighter future or something just beyond my horizon. So while I'm telling you, if you can wait to sign the big contract, get all in this week. Look at those details, feel into it, get the project, the passion, the marriage, the financial whatever in order. Bring the harmony to the table. Agree to forgive this week, right? This is a beautiful energy just here on the 15th to be prepared to do that. Also, join me and Allie at an eat and greet, right? Now, when we get to the 16th, we're going to see Saturn entering into the energy of Aquarius. So boom, shakalaka, we have got a shift in energy that becomes abundant and available here. Okay, now the first time we saw this, not the first time in a while that we've seen this very airy energy with Saturn being here is February 1991. And that lasted all the way until 1994 in the Saturn cycle. So we've got Saturn coming back here. He's going to be in the energy of Aquarius until 2023. So we're going to settle in to this energy and start to begin our lessons. Saturn comes as the crystallizer. It brings mastery to the table. It shows us what's not working, but it also is coming to take us to that next level. So my friends who have heavy Aquarian placements, you'll likely have a little bit of the feeling that you had back in March, not the crazy pandemic-y kind of energy. I'm talking about where you realize something has to be crystallized and you're coming to the next level. For some of you, this will literally be an advancement of something that is coming, and you feel yourself taking on a bigger role or taking on a sense of authority in some way, shape, or form. So as this Saturn energy comes into Aquarius, we begin our new air energy and some crystallization. Our Capricorn friends, you're a little bit let off the hook because Saturn is getting out of your sign, but not by much this day, okay? Now, as we continue on and we get to the end of the week, now we're going to welcome on the 19th Jupiter into the energy of Aquarius. Now, they are not Saturn and Jupiter. This is not the grand mutation. We've got to get to the 21st for that, where we've got degree and minute lined up. They're together. So just here on the 19th, we're going to welcome Jupiter into the energy of Aquarius. Okay, so now it enters air. So this is a visit that we haven't had since 2009. Okay, so as we welcome Jupiter back into the Aquarian energy as well, we are going to feel this sense of expansion in Aquarian things, the groupings, the networking, technology, social networking, advancements in science. We'll hear more things about science. All of these things are coming around the bend. If you've got Jupiter in Aquarius, depending on your degree, you are also preparing for a Jupiter return, which means you're going to be coming to culmination of a 12-year cycle. It's time to restart something else. Something else is going to be laid to rest. This is a brilliant, sizzly, expand, look beyond your horizons to the future kind of energy. It is also a beautiful energy to be a part of the summit that's happening this weekend. Reimagine the Aquarian energy and the Aquarian areas of your chart. Come, join with us. Do it on your own, whatever it is. But just know that Saturn and Jupiter, now jumping into this Aquarian energy, are giving us the signal for a fresh start. Communication is also going to get down and dirty and just to the specifics as we roll into the 20th this week, because Mercury is going to make that move into the energy of Capricorn on Sunday the 20th. So I'm telling you, facts, facts, facts. Does this help me achieve? Is this practical? Is this good for my advancement, right? It gets very earthy. It gets very serious. It's about what is going on. So we get organized as Mercury comes into the energy of Capricorn. So as we end this week, get that end of the year paperwork all together, get organized, and allow Mercury to guide that energy as we get ready to close out this week. So lots of beautiful energy, but we've got some shifts on the table. And I really do want to dispel this week the idea that just because you saw Saturn's energy between March and July when it came to Aquarius really give us a blast of different, that this energy as Saturn comes here for this day has to be that traumatic. You've had a preview. What did you see when Saturn came into Aquarius in your life? And what have you done with it? What little adjustments did it pique you to start thinking about? Where is it calling you to innovate in this particular area of your chart? Think about it like that, and then we'll work with where Saturn's trying to mature us, raise us, and take us to the next level as we go along. And then, of course, as we come right into the beginning of next week, we will walk in and welcome not only the solstice energies, we will welcome the sun obviously coming into the energy of Capricorn, but we'll welcome the great mutation, and we'll do that together. So more on that next week. Just enjoy this week, get into the details of your life, live big. If you can wait to make those huge commitments until after this eclipse energy kind of shifts out, I think you'll be all the better, but definitely get passionate about the commitments you're going to be willing to live out, for this next 12 years as you join and jump in this particular week, okay? All right, my beautiful friends, I look forward to seeing you in the Eat and Greets at the Aquarius Rising Reimagined Summit this weekend, where I will be there with a bunch of other astrologers. So find all of that and get registered, sign up, and come join in the description box down below. Like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and more than that, enjoy this cool little outro I've got for you that'll give you a hint as to where you can go next in the next videos, okay? All right, you guys, I love you. Bye.